Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to do part 1 of my huge summer book haul. I decided to go ahead and break it down into 3 parts because I have a lot of books. So once all the videos are out there, I will have them linked in the description box in case you want to check out another part. Today's part is going to be all of the books that I was either given or I bought new. The second part will either be my Pango book haul or my book exchange book haul, and then part 3 will be whichever one I didn't do in the second part. So let's go ahead and just quickly go through some of the books that I have already read and talked about, either on my Instagram or whatever like that, in vlogs and stuff like that, or ones that you'll see me talking about soon. I read books 1 and 2, It Takes Two to Mango by Carrie Doyle and Something 𝒂𝒏𝒌𝒔 by Carrie Doyle. I just love this series and I'm going to continue in this cozy mystery series. If you want to hear my thoughts, definitely check me out on Instagram at @lavender_mud because I have reviews of both of these books over there. I also read You've Lost a Lot of Blood by 𝒒𝒂𝒄𝒂𝒔. I read this for Summerween, so all of my thoughts are in one of those reading vlogs. Wasn't too impressed by this one. I picked up Kill River for Marcy's read along. She's been trying to convince me to read this for years and I'm so happy I participated and finally read it. Overall, I was underwhelmed. I read this on day number 1 of Summerween, so if you want my full in-depth thoughts, definitely check out that vlog. Book of the month books. I got You're Invited, the new thriller, and I'm hoping to read this before the end of the month, but I don't know if I will actually get to it or not. I have some more book of the month books in here. I did also pick up The It Girl by Ruth Ware, and I read this entirely on reading sprints on my channel, so if you want my thoughts, definitely check that out there. I also have like a reel and a post of this sharing all of my thoughts on my Instagram. I also have one other book of the month book, the one I'm currently reading. Where did I put that dust jacket? I don't know where I put the dust jacket, but I'm currently reading The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. So those are my 3 book of the month picks for July. I picked up Same Beach Next Year by this author right here that I have never read from before, but this one just sounded really beachy and fun, and I am hoping to read it before summer is over. One enchanted summer, 2 couples begin a friendship that will last more than 20 years and transform their lives. Also picked up Mary Kate Andrews' new book, The Homewreckers, and I am hoping to get to this before the end of the summer. Of course, I picked up The House Across the Lake by Riley Sager. I'm reading this for my podcast, Talk Bookish to Me, which is always linked in the description box. Jesse and I read this. I have a lot of thoughts, you guys, and I will be sharing all of those over on my podcast, Talk Bookish to Me, on August 8th. So definitely check the link in the description and tune in on August 8th for my full thoughts and feelings. I got The Measure by Nikki Erlich. This is a debut I was hearing really good things about. It's kind of like a sci-fi, you know, future world where you're given something that can tell you exactly how long your life is going to be, and it has a lot of social commentary and stuff like that. I read this with my patrons, the Night Owls. The link to my Patreon is also linked in the description box, but we did a summer buddy read. This was the book, and we're going to be discussing it on July 31st on my Patreon. I also recently got Long Distance by Whitney Gardner. This is a graphic novel, obviously. It's set at a summer camp, and it definitely took it went in a direction I wasn't expecting. That is for sure. I was looking for like more of a straight up summer camp graphic novel. That's not quite what I got, but I still had a fun time reading it, and I really do like this artist's art. So I enjoyed that, and I have read it, so my patrons will be hearing all of my thoughts about that when I finish the month of July out. Okay, now for some books that you haven't heard me talk about yet. Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey, the second book after This Happened One Summer, That Happened One Summer. It happened one summer. So yeah, this is the second book in that, and I'm looking forward to it, hoping to read it this summer. Under Her Care by Lucinda Berry. I've read 5 Lucinda Berry books, and I have 2 more that I want to read shortly. This is her new release, and then I also picked up one from Pango Books, which you will see in another book haul. Notes on an Execution I picked up because I have been hearing nothing but good things. I do love a good serial killer story, but this one is a little bit unique because it's told through the perspective of the women surrounding, you know, the serial killer. It says, in the tradition of Long Bright River and the Mars Room, which I haven't read the Mars Room and I didn't like Long Bright River. In the tradition of Long Bright River and the Mars Room, a gripping and atmospheric work of literary suspense that deconstructs the story of a serial killer on death row, told primarily through the eyes of the women in his life. So it will be my first book by this author, and I've heard that it is like kind of a character study. It is slower paced, so I just need to expect that going in, but I think I'm really gonna like it, so fingers crossed. I picked up The Good Lie by A.R. Torrey. I was hoping to read this for Jess's book club, but I didn't quite get to it in time, so I have a copy now. It's fairly short, so I'll probably read it maybe in September or something like that. I have a couple more cozy mysteries that I bought. I got the first book in the Shake Shop mystery series by Dana Mentink. It's Pint of No Return, and it does have recipes in here. So here is a recipe in the back for Trinidad's Easy Key Lime Pie ice cream. And then I also picked up Beaches, Bungalows, and Burglaries. It also has recipes inside. This is one that Caitlin read, and I think she read it for Sun's Out, Books Out, and she really liked it. And just the whole series sounds like it's going to be really fun. So I picked up the first one, and I'm hoping to read that maybe this summer. I feel like I'm running out of summertime. I also picked up a few books at the Dollar Tree. I picked up four books at the Dollar Tree. So I picked up Sourdough, and I've been wanting to read this forever. I used to have the hardcover copy, and then I kind of got rid of it, but I didn't realize at the time that it's the same author of Mr. Penumbrum's 24-Hour Bookstore, and I love that book. And this cover kind of reminds me of that cover with the font and stuff, so I'm just really looking forward to this. It says Louise Cleary is a software engineer who codes all day and collapses at night. Her human contact limited to the two brothers who run the neighborhood hole in the wall, from which she orders dinner every evening. Then disaster, visa issues. The brothers quickly close up shop, but they have one last delivery for Lois: their culture, the sourdough starter that they use to bake their bread. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Then I picked up Rebecca, the classic, but it has the Netflix like movie cover, and I do want to watch Rebecca this fall on Netflix, but I was thinking maybe I could like read the book and then watch the movie. Might do this with my patrons. And then I saw this one, and I thought I would take a chance on it since it was only $1. Every Bone a Prayer by Ashley Blooms. So let me know if you have heard of this, but Misty Holler looks like any one of 1,000 hollers that fork through the Appalachian Mountains, but Misty knows her home is different. She may be only 10, but she hears things. Even the crawdads in the creek have something to say if you listen. So it says, this is the story of one tough as nail girl whose choices are few but whose fight is boundless, as her coping becomes a battle cry for everyone around her. It's a honest exploration of healing and hope. So I don't quite know, but I mean, for $1, like, you know. And then I also saw Come Find Me by Megan Miranda, and I wanted to pick that one up. All right, this was sent to me from a friend in my book club. We did a state exchange, and they sent me The Pink Pony, which is the first book in the Burr Lafayette mystery series by Charles Cutter. So this is, I think, another cozy mystery, and maybe not cozy, I don't know, but I know it's a mystery, and I'm really looking forward to it. That one sounds interesting. Danielle sent me The Secret Garden. This is like an old like Hallmark, what is it called, a Hallmark gift book, and it's got this like velvet cover, and it has like this little picture on the cover. But she knows that The Secret Garden is, yeah, she wrote me this little note. She knows that The Secret Garden is one of my favorite classics. So she saw this, she came across it, and she sent it to me, which was so nice. So I'm definitely going to add it to my collection. But it's got nice size font, and it does have some illustrations in it. I was trying to find one. Here's one. So yeah, thank you so much, Danielle. I was sent a copy of An Honest Lie by Tarryn Fisher, and initially I was really excited about the story, but I think I'm just kind of falling out with cult books. But I do have a few kind of piling up, so I think I might just do like a cult reading vlog and kind of rank them and stuff. And I do want to do an episode about why we find cults so fascinating and cult books and stuff like that for my podcast, both like realistic cults and fictionalized cults, and so I might be reading that for that sometime in the future. A nonfiction, I Thought It Was Just Me But It Isn't, Making the Journey from What Will People Think to Am I Enough by Brene Brown. This was recommended to me by my friend Haley Hughes. She is in the same field, and she read this and absolutely loved it. They're both alums from the same college, and she just said it was very impactful. The quest for perfection is exhausting and unrelenting, and I just think this will really help me, so I kind of need to start this. Also from Haley, The House We Grow Up In by Lisa Joel. We talked about this on my podcast about mental health rep in fiction, and this is one that she recommended, and it just sounds really good. It's also like a character study. I know she likes Lisa Joel. I also like Lisa Joel. I'm also just like, I've always been really intrigued by this cover, so I went ahead and picked this up, and maybe I should just like read these since they were both recommended by Haley. So and then I also picked up Just Like Mother by Anne Helsel. I actually pre-ordered this because Sav from Riveting Reads and I will be discussing it this fall for my podcast. October 3rd, I believe, is the date. So keep your eyes on this book. It's very short, so you should be able to pick it up and read it before the podcast, and then you can hear what we thought. And then the last 3 books are all hiking memoirs that I picked up. The first one is The Unlikely Thru Hiker: An Appalachian Trail Journey by Derek Lugo, and this is about a black man that has never been hiking before in his life. He couldn't imagine going more than a day without like maintaining his goatee, but with a job cut short and no immediate plans, this fixture of the New York comedy scene began to think about what he might do with months of free time, and he just went hiking the Appalachian Trail. So very interesting. I have definitely been into hiking lately, and I've been picking up a lot of hiking memoirs, but I was trying to like seek out specifically like a black story about it, because I do follow a couple of thru hikers on YouTube, and it's just really rare to see black hikers out on the Appalachian Trail. So yeah, so I was really happy to be able to find this one, and I can't wait to read it. And then I also picked up Blisters: How I Walked from Mexico to Canada One Summer by Gail M. Francis. And just before her 40th birthday, she quit her perfectly good job and set out to hike one of the greatest trails in the world. This is the Pacific Crest Trail, of course. And then I also got Trudge: A Midlife Crisis on the John Muir Trail. And yeah, she's 50, asthmatic, overweight, with arthritic knees, and like married women with children, she lost herself. She decides to hike the John Muir Trail, considered by many to be the most challenging and beautiful part of the 2,650-mile Pacific Crest Trail. So yeah, I got that one as well. And I definitely did pick up some other hiking memoirs, which I will show you in my other book hauls. But that is part 1 of my summer book haul. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which books you're most looking forward to me reading and talking to me about, and I'll try to prioritize those. Although I am definitely planning on reading some of these for the last like few days in summer. But that's all for me. Definitely check out parts 2 and 3 once those are out. I know you guys love a good book haul, so do I, and I need to go ahead and haul these books so I can go ahead and reorganize my bookshelf and then take some pictures and share with you guys. That's it for today. I hope you guys are having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye guys.